What's up, everybody? Welcome to this edition of the PD Podcast. Today, I am going to be talking to you about the differences that my team and I discovered when utilizing Facebook Premiere versus Facebook Live when it comes to our weekend services. I hope you grab a pen and a paper and you're ready to take notes. So, 2 weeks ago, I discovered by watching another church's live feed on the weekend that they were using something distinctly different than we were through Facebook. That distinctly different thing was this feature called Facebook Premiere. Now, we have, since we all decided that it was going to be best to record and run everything to Facebook when we couldn't come back together, to utilize Facebook Live. And when you use Facebook Live, it requires you to do just what it's called, to go live and direct, recording as it uploads straight to the internet for any of your viewers to see. Now, while some of us get a rush out of doing that, I certainly believe that it creates way more stress than maybe you need or I need when it comes to making our weekend content come together. So therein lies this alternative called Facebook Premiere. So the basic difference between Facebook Premiere and Facebook Live is that Facebook Premiere treats any video that you create and upload with an opportunity to present it to your feed or your channel or your church's page as if it was a live video. The only difference is that instead of that red little icon reading live, the red little icon while you stream reads Premiere. Now, according to my observations from our own church congregation, this last weekend was Easter weekend for us. We ran 5 services through the Premiere feature on Facebook. Nobody knew the difference. Nobody questioned or batted an eye on the legitimacy from us being quote unquote live versus us utilizing this Premiere feature in order to stream our services out to everybody. So here are the pros and cons in my own experience as we're 5 weeks in to utilizing Facebook Live when it comes to all of our service elements. Facebook Lives lets you get it out and get it over with. That's probably the best thing about Facebook Live is you just click go live. You have your worship team do what they need to do. You switch to announcements. You run your Bible study or your sermon. You do some closing announcements. You click end live video and it's over with. You breathe out. You like or you didn't like what you did. It doesn't matter. It's already out there and everybody saw it. There's some kind of weird satisfaction in knowing that it's just done with. And that's certainly one of the advantages of utilizing Facebook Live. But as we get more and more into this creating weekend content and wanting to do the very best of our abilities and really present something of quality to our church members and the people that they're inviting to watch the service with, I think that the Premiere feature inside of Facebook is actually a really great option. And the number one reason why I would recommend utilizing Facebook Premiere over Facebook Live is that it drops the stress levels of everybody who's having to manage that live moment by like 10x. Here's what happens is you pre-record everything that you want to do. So for me, I recorded my sermon for Easter on the Good Friday. I came into the church, I recorded it, I got to review it, I got to look at it. I didn't like what I saw, and so I scrubbed it. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't have hit my microphone like that. I scrubbed it, and I came back Saturday morning, and I re-recorded it. Now, if I would have gone live, it would have just been out there, and that would have been it. But because I decided to pre-record, preemptively knowing that we were going to utilize Facebook Premiere, it allowed me to go back, examine the footage, go side by side with my notes, and decide if I really liked what I had recorded. When I re-recorded it, I loved what I did second round way more than I did first round. So I put that video on my computer. I helped record all of the worship set that we had. And then I put that video on our computer. We brought in a friend to come and record our hosting segment, essentially the greeting for everybody watching online. We put that on my computer, and then we did kind of like this post-service graphic that was a little bit video, some ways that you could partner with us in ministry, and I put that on my computer. So that's 5 different videos that I recorded at different times, and I had them all on my laptop, and this is what I did. I opened up a video editor. You can use Final Cut or Premiere or iMovie or whatever it is that you have access to. You bring each of those videos in and you basically assemble your weekend service. One of the other huge advantages about this is that you get to determine how long your service is before you go live. So for us, the big value is delivering a service that's under 1 hour. We just think that's kind of the threshold of people's attention. And so we want worship, some sort of like information regarding how you can serve, how you can partner in ministry, and what's happening in our church community, plus the sermon to all equal less than 1 hour from the moment somebody logs in to the moment it's over. So as we got everything edited together in like whatever editor we used, we export that one file. It becomes one cohesive file that is the weekend service. Once you have that one file, you go to Facebook, you go like you're uploading a video, and in the options segment, it allows you to click a button in some of the features as you're putting in the information, like the name of the video, any keywords, is this for adults or is it for kids, all that stuff that you're used to when you upload a video to Facebook. It gives you this option to release it as a premiere. Now, when you think of premiere, you need to think about like when a movie premieres, right? It's the first time anybody's seen it. It's the exact same thing with this video you're about to upload to your church's Facebook page. Nobody can see it until the time is designated that you allocate for this premiere to play. So for us, we uploaded 5 of the same video to our church's Facebook page, all with different time allocations. You can't set it to replay. You have to literally upload the same video file if it's the same service format 5 different times for us because we had 5 different services. We just changed the name of it, and you have to give yourself enough time. You can't just upload it like the hour before you're supposed to play it. Facebook doesn't have enough time for it to get on its server and then eventually get over to the platform, which is the native Facebook player inside of Facebook. You've got to give it, my recommendation is at least 6 hours, at best 24 hours. Anywhere in the middle, that's the Wild West. So when you're thinking about utilizing Facebook Premiere, you cannot, and I do not recommend uploading it the day of. You will have a failed premiere if you try to do that. But we uploaded everything for Sunday on Saturday night. We designate the times that everything is going to play or premiere. And when it shows up on our Facebook page, it looks as if it's playing live. Now, the huge advantage to this, besides being able to manage the amount of time your service runs, being able to give you a pressure release on the content that you have to deliver to the camera as you're trying to say what you're going to say, is the third one. It allows you to be present and engage on the feed while people are watching your service. So while I did the sermon, I was actively engaged in what was like my afterthoughts as I was listening to myself preach the message through Facebook Premiere. Nobody thinks it's weird. Nobody is like, wait a minute, Pastor, how come you're chatting with me while you're preaching to me? I think everybody is giving you enough grace in this season that you can actually reinforce the things that you talk about on video by adding to the comment section in your Facebook feed. So the difference for me is I love that I get to give a proper assessment of what it is that I put on the camera before we release it to the general public, right? Before we release it to our church congregation and everybody that they invite to our service, if they're going to do the due diligence of inviting their friends who have never come, I think that you owe them a solid run at services. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to utilize the Facebook Premiere functionality and pre-record what you've got in as many ways as you can so that you can really tailor and edit what you want to present on your ministry day, be that Saturday or Sunday or Wednesday. You can do it any place, any time, because it's all there for you to be able to upload before you actually go live. So the last piece of information as I round out this episode is, what was I going to say? Facebook Premiere versus Facebook Live. Oh, bonus piece of information, Facebook watch parties. So we learned as we were studying like the viewing rhythms of our community, when you allow somebody or when somebody shares via a watch party on Facebook, what that does is it takes your main stream and it makes like a little pop out, boop, boop, a little pop out viewing room. And that person who shares a watch party ends up kind of isolating and making their own little viewing like opportunity. And Facebook will invite their friends, but they won't invite their friends to the main feed. They'll invite their friends that they shared their watch party to their own little hosted watch party, distinctly separate from where all the action is happening. So you have to really leverage that purposefully. If you're going to encourage people to do watch parties, it means that they have to do all the hosting and facilitating in that stream. That means they have to welcome everybody. If you're going to be giving an analogy that's going to be responding with maybe a decision for Jesus or an opportunity to be prayed for, the people who are hosting that watch party, they have to be the people who are willing to watch with whoever they invite to that watch party the whole way through. Otherwise, what happens is people click into that watch party, the host isn't there, they respond to something that you say through your message that you posted to Facebook, and nobody's there to respond to them. It's actually one of the greatest tragedies that you can easily avoid by coaching your people, your teams, whoever's sharing. You can even say it in your weekend message as you get the service going. Hey, instead of hosting a watch party that would kind of designate everybody to different areas, let's just commit to sharing this particular post. And when you do that, everybody's network pulls everybody into one feed where your teams plus you can engage and welcome and pray for and respond to anybody who has anything to say in that service. That's extra bonus for you. Facebook parties, watch parties versus the general feed. On top of that, going live versus utilizing Facebook Premiere. I hope this serves you. If it triggers your interest and you want to learn more, there are so many YouTube videos that explain the difference in how to utilize and how to actually take advantage of Facebook Premiere. So go find those videos. I'll post one of my favorites in the comment section in the host notes. And I hope this makes your Sundays better the way it made ours better. I love you. I'll talk to you guys on the next episode.